Mrs. List. That's what my husband calls me, and he's right. I love writing lists. And now we have this time forced upon us. I've decided to transfer all my lists onto my laptop. I've started with the A's, address book, done the B's, birthdays and blacklist, and now it's C, Christmas. Cards, not a shopping list. I don't do shopping lists because, well, I had a bit of a bad experience. It was my first Christmas as a wife, and the in-laws were coming on Boxing Day. One was vegan, another's celiac, so I had to make my list very carefully. Anyway, I felt very positive driving into the supermarket car park. The radio was playing all those cheesy Christmas pop songs. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Oh, there's a space. I grab a trolley and I'm in. Still humming Wham, smiling at everyone, feeling festive in my Santa hat. I stop the trolley by a mountain of sprouts and open my bag to take out the list. And it's not there. I stop smiling. I stop humming. My pulse quickens. I take a deep breath. Get a grip, I tell myself. It's in there. But it isn't. I search slowly and methodically. Then again, and fast forward. I start patting my pockets, retrace my steps bizarrely, looking for it on the floor. When I reach the car with my empty trolley, a puzzled space searcher asks me if I'm leaving. I shock myself by saying, no, sod off. But I didn't say sod. I search the car, then sit in the driver's seat and sob uncontrollably. Nobody asks me if I'm all right. Passers-by either ostentatiously ignore me or voyeuristically stare whilst instructing their children not to look. The panic attack subsides. I decide to try to write a new list. It's dusk on Christmas Eve, so I switch on the ignition to get some light. And the radio springs into action with, so here it is, Merry Christmas. Everybody's having fun. I remember there's an ancient pen in the glove box put there in case of accident, but it refuses to write on the back of the envelope I found. My mind's a blank anyway. I catch sight of myself in the rear view mirror, the mascara down my face, making a grotesque juxtaposition with my hat. So, no more shopping lists. But Christmas cards, whew, I've already got them. They're up in the attic. I got them in the January sales. So if this carries on, I can get an early start on them. Is it just me? Or do those round robins really irritate you? You know, the folded sheet of A4 that falls out of the card in size 8 font, or worse still, the printed shiny version. There's always a perfect smiling family on mountain bikes or camels or skis, posing in front of Machu Picchu, Giza or the Matterhorn. Do they really think we want to know about their job promotions, half-marathon medals, Felicity's grade 5 flute exam, and their recent trip to the Galapagos Islands? It's finding the balance, isn't it, between that and the brusque, rushed, grudging writing of just the first name. Something short, caring, and personalised. That's what we need. So, the first dilemma. Should we send cards to those families who stopped sending us one last year? I'll make a list, pros and cons. Reasons why I should send them a card. Theirs to us might have got lost in the post. They might have mislaid their address book. I could have forgotten to take them off. I wouldn't want them to think that we didn't want to keep in touch. They might have died. Now, reasons why I shouldn't send them a card. They might have died. It would save postage, trees, and effort. It would relieve them of the obligation to send us a card. We were in exactly this position last year, waiting for a certain family's card to arrive before we posted theirs. And theirs finally arrived on Christmas Eve, forcing us to drive some distance, park around the corner, tiptoe up the pavement and up their path to hand deliver it. Oh, right. I'll send them one more year, but if we don't get one this year, they're off the list. What's that? I don't believe it. There's another one. I wondered where they were all coming from. Our neighbour is throwing snails over the fence into our flower bed. Now, where's my blacklist